Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com, and today I'm taking a look at something interesting. It's called Pastorbox, and it's from Pastorbox.com. And what they do is they send out this box quarterly, and it's subscription based. You can pay quarterly or you can pay yearly, and what is included are pre-release books, DVDs, t-shirts, coupons to eat somewhere for free, just all kinds of fun things that make sermon prep easier for pastors. And just makes their life easier and just makes things a little funner. So I have no idea what's in this box. I'm going to open this up and take a look and see. Let's see what we got here. Judging by the photo they have on their website, it looks like it's going to be interesting. Well, let's see what we got here. Confetti, yay! Alright, let's see what we got. Let me throw this. I'm not sure where I want to throw this. I'm going to throw that right there for now. Right there. And let's see what we got here. We have the Bible for Life, New Living Translation. This, I think, this looks like a brochure maybe. So it's a little bit about the NLT. I do like the NLT. We read the NLT all the way through last year, and I was actually impressed. Just like anything, there's a few things that are a little awkward, but it's really good. All right, The Church in Babylon by Erwin W. Lutzer. Heeding the call to be a light in the darkness. So I'll be digging into this, see what we have here. Full color, so that's interesting. This looks like it might be an interesting book. I'll have to dig into this one. The Church in Babylon. And we definitely should be a light in the darkness. Let's see. We have a DVD. Parenting is a Journey. Like Arrows. See, don't go it alone. Like Arrows was created in conjunction with Family Life's Art of Parenting. That looks interesting. That's something that the world needs, definitely. All right, we have Christ-Centered Exposition, New Testament Commentary by author R. Albert Mohler, Jr. Series editors David Platt, Daniel L. Aiken, and Tony Merida. Hebrews. So this is Exalting Jesus in Hebrews. So this is a New Testament commentary on the book of Hebrews. It's pretty interesting. Looks like it's set up really nice. So each passage gives you the chapter and the references for that passage. Title gives you the main idea, gives you a little bit of an outline, and then some information. Looks interesting. Then some questions, reflect and discuss. So this would be good for group studies. Would be good for personal study, sermon prep, it looks like. So yeah, that New Testament commentary featuring CSB. So this is using the CSB. I like CSB. CSB is a good translation. Tries to take that middle of the road. Church. A.W. Tozer. I'm a Tozer fan. I like Tozer. Church. Living Faithfully as the People of God. Collected Insights from A.W. Tozer. It's interesting. From Moody Publishers. I don't know why I flip from back to front when I'm looking through a book. Probably should not do that. The character of the church. Spoilers and all that. So there's some information about the book, it looks like. A.W. Tozer. awtozer.org. That's interesting. That'll be a good one. So what we have here. Romans. By Alan F. Johnson. Everyday Bible Commentary. That's interesting. I say that on everything, don't I? But it's because it's interesting. The Bible is for everyone, not biblical. Now biblical scholarship can be too. It's one advantage in commentaries. They bring a lot of research and thought and study and break it down for you. Like anything else, you want to read from more than one point of view, I think. But they are great for research, for study. So it looks like this one. Let's see. let's just open up here. We've got, he breaks it down into the passages and covers that passage. Looks interesting. The Apostles' Greeting. I'll have to take a look at that. Let's see what we got here. Prayer. This is a hardcover. This is the first one that's been a hardcover so far. The rest have been paperback. Prayer. 40 Days of Practice. Justin McRoberts and Scott Erickson. An Invitation to Intimacy with God. Let's see. That's fresh off the presses right there. Praise for Prayer. So that's some testimonials about the book. Prayer. Let's see. From Waterbrook. Before you begin, gives you a lot of tips and pointers. Looks interesting. Prayer, okay. Prayer 1. May love be stronger in me than fear of the pain that comes with caring. And it has a little illustration to go with it. And then prayer 2. Each one has an illustration. So they're really short. They have some nice drawings to help put things in perspective. Or I'm sure all this is explained in the well, let's see, what was that? All this is intercession. That's Traveler's Needs. Practice Lament. So there's a lot of interesting things in there. I'll have to read through that one. So let's see. Helping Without Hurting. Practical Guide to Walking with Low-Income People. That's definitely this area where I live in East Tennessee. Steve Corbett and Brian Fickert. Hope I'm saying that right. See, Helping Without Hurting in Church Benevolence. Churches need to know how to help, actually. Good intentions are not enough. I like this. When low-income person asks your church for help, what do you do? You know, it's not good enough to say, we'll pray for you. You have to actually do something. I like that. And it also noticed, you know, I'm thinking local. You know, I get a lot of people ask for a lot of things, but you know, you've got your local area that you need to take care of. And that even starts with family, and people forget that. They forget about helping their family. Looks really nice here. Rubber meets the road. So it looks like it's gonna have some training questions. It looks like it's gonna have some real life application here. I don't know what that sound is. Probably have a creature over there somewhere. Probably a beast after me. They'll do that. So let's see. Action plan. So it has some tools. Looks cool. Charts and tables. Spending plan. So that's interesting. Helps you set up some planning. Instead of just helping people when they need it, or, you know, just whatever comes by. It's more of a planning tool. How to know who to help when, and how to plan for it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, another hardcover. Another hardcover. Bill Johnson with Benny Johnson, Raising Giant Killers. That's interesting. I keep saying that, but it keeps being interesting. Releasing your child's divine destiny through intentional parenting. Now, I like that. Intentional parenting. Raise your child in the way they should go. The Bible tells us that. Raise up a child in the way they should go. It's not a guaranteed promise that that's going to happen, because Proverbs, of course, is guidelines, not 100% promises. But if we follow those guidelines, you know, then more likely that's what's going to happen. People misunderstand that sometimes and think the Bible has an error there. It's not the case. Being a first responder. Architects and designers. Parents as teachers. Parents a lot of times are not really taught how to be parents. The Bible teaches us what we need to know to be a good parent, but we also need to understand how to apply it and that sort of thing. Books like this help with that. Praying the Bible. Home Sunday School Parents Guide. I have to read through that, see what they're talking about there. Let's see. 10 Things I Wanted My Children to Know. Warfare Made Practical. We are at war, people. We really are. We can't forget that. We can't just assume that our kids are going to be taken care of. We have to teach them what they need to know to handle this world. That would be an excellent book there for parenting. I like that. Get that dust jacket back on there. Okay. Cornerstone Biblical Commentary from Tyndale. Romans and Galatians. By, let's see, Roger Morlang and Gerald L. Burkert. I think I'm saying that right. From the NLT, New Living Translation. This is almost open right there where I just put my finger. So let me see if I can finish getting that open. There's another Cornerstone commentary. A lot of commentaries in here. I'm liking that. Another hardcover. Cornerstone commentaries get really good reviews. I use these on Logos. I like Logos software. Of course, that's not in here, but that's a different point. But yeah, Cornerstone commentaries are well done. They really are. So this covers. Let's see. Let me start at the start. Start at the start of something here. Looks like maybe chapter 7 starts right there. And then what it does is it gives you the title and then the passage, and then breaks it down into smaller titles, and then gives you, let's see, it looks like it's going to give you the NLT, and then it breaks it down into, so it's like a study Bible. So it gives you the verse-by-verse commentary. But it's more, a lot more detailed than a study Bible. A study Bible will give you, you know, a little bit of information on one verse and skip 6 verses, and you know, they might skip the hard ones, which is common in study Bibles. But these will take it in more detail, and they'll go into each passage, it looks like, breaking it down, and then providing even more commentary. So these are really good. I like that. Let's see what else we have here. The Art of Parenting. Aiming Your Child's Heart Toward God. Dennis and Barbara Rainey, co-founders of Family Life. Embrace God's purpose and plan for your family. Relationships, character, identity, mission. Bethany House. This is good because, like I say, you know, parents need to know how to be parents. And that doesn't happen by accident. About to drop it there. So let's see. Looks like a lot of situational information. Let's see, sexual identity, spiritual identity. Did I read that right? Or did I just see it wrong? Spiritual identity. I'm not wearing my glasses. No, there it is. Sexual identity. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. Emotional identity. So a lot of things that kids face and need help growing through, growing with, growing into. And this doesn't happen by accident. I like the design of this page layout. I'm all into page layout, and this is really good. Little call outs, little cutouts or call outs, and then a verse, and then provide you the information. Yeah, it looks really good. Another little box there of a call out and some information. Building character. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a really good book. I'm seeing a big trend here in commentaries and a trend in parenting. And, you know, even pastors, if, you know, you've most likely been a parent, and, you know, a lot of times our children are grown, but we still need to help other parents who are teaching. Let's see what we have here. Who are teaching others. Faith Gear. A little interesting looking cross there. And then we have another Cornerstone biblical commentary, Isaiah by Larry L. Walker, Jeremiah and Lamentations by Elmer Martins. I hope I said that right. Elmer A. Martins. Cornerstone biblical commentary, NLT. 18 volumes projected. This is a pretty good sized book here. Dear Pastor. So this is designed the same way as the other one that we looked at a minute ago from Cornerstone. There's a lot of information in here. Lots of good information. They placed the biblical text in double column, and notice it even still includes the poetic setting. That's easy to miss if you're reading something that's just verse by verse and doesn't set poetry out like poetry. It's easy to miss that about half of the Old Testament is poetic setting. So there's Jeremiah. Sometimes that helps in understanding it. Sometimes it's not quite so easy to read if it's not designed well. But so there's Cornerstone. See, is there anything else in here? There's something else. Pastorbox. So there's me a little. Ooh. That's cool. That looks interesting. Little fountain pen. It already has ink in it. So, alright, I'm going to play with this fountain pen all day. Probably will not write in a Bible with it, but you never know. So let's see. Just make sure I'm not forgetting any coffee or anything, because, you know, I was kind of hoping for coffee. But, you know. Alright, so there's the Pastorbox. So let's go back through it one more time. See what all is in this one. Let me get these out of the way. Alright, so we have Cornerstone commentary, a couple little gadgets here. Art of Parenting, another Cornerstone commentary on Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Romans, Galatians. Art of Parenting, Raising Giant Killers, Helping Without Hurting, Prayer, Romans, Church by A.W. Tozer, Christ-Centered Exposition on Hebrews, a DVD, Parenting is a Journey, The Church in Babylon, and some information there on the NLT. So I'd like to thank Pastorbox for sending this out, and you can subscribe to them on a quarterly basis or on a yearly basis. You get a severe discount if you do a yearly basis, but they do send these out every 3 months, so it is quarterly, and all kinds of goodies. No t-shirts this time, no coffee this time, but you know, it's going to be all kinds of different things every month or every quarter. So all right, if you have any questions about Pastorbox, let me know. I'm going to post a link in the notes so that you can go to pastorbox.com. And if you are purchasing, currently, the deal is if you're purchasing Pastorbox for your pastor, you can use the code appreciation and get 20% off. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that. I appreciate it very much.